Hey moms,
Hey daughters,
welcome to the Juggle is Real,
a mom and daughter show
Parenting and Mental Health
for moms and teens,
episode.
26.
So we took a few weeks off, right?
Right?
And why did we do that? We celebrated
My 16th birthday.
Serena's 16th birthday and I went away on a women's retreat and I came back feeling super inspired.
Mhm.
And Serena's now 16 and all this fell upon a spring equinox here in the Northern Hemisphere. And last week was April 1st. Today is April 8th. And I share all this with you because what is it all symbolic of? What does it represent?
New beginning.
Fresh starts, new beginnings, right? And so I'm going to invite everybody who doesn't know who we are to go back to the trailer because we're going to change the trailer here because I feel like we are meant to evolve and grow. And we
Mhm.
started the show. Sabrina brought a situation that was the impetus for having the show of how to have these tough conversations, how to deal with the struggles of what we juggle with. And that was what, Sabrina?
My friend and I snuck some guys into her house.
Yeah, so there was a situation, she snuck a boy in and we dealt with some sneakiness and some lies and all that. And the show has grown into these really beautiful dialogues, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I love so much about being able to share what I've learned in my life coaching, what I've learned through my lived experiences, is how to take trickier situations, how to navigate emotions and really just evolve and grow. Because here's what I want to say is that it's not going to stop, right? It's not going to not happen to us. And how can we actually look at every situation that doesn't go our way? And how can we invite it in as a way to keep growing, keep evolving? And the show has been a beautiful, I would say, a experience for us to keep evolving and to keep growing. And because last week I was saying, when I was saying what the symbolism was of fresh starts and new beginnings in spring, we are going to take a pivot on our show. So what are we doing on our show?
We're going to be talking about generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Okay. So if you listen to our last few episodes, so the built up of our show in 2025 in January was that we got really clear on what we wanted. It was a framework, a vision of how we wanted to build this year to be. And I said when we broke down our career and professional development, our professional growth, yours was like your student life. I said that I was really looking forward to me growing in this new career of mine
Hmm.
of day trading. Okay. And why I'm bringing this up today is because what is happening in this world right now?
The stock market.
The stock market, we are going through a lot right now within our economics, within our government, and it's not just happening here within the US, it's happening globally,
Mhm.
right? And so that is something why I feel like when we say that we are a parenting and mental health show, money impacts emotions very, very dramatically and intensely, that it forces us to really come up to what causes us suffering. It really comes up to like, what is our thinking about security?
Okay.
And what did I say about polyvagal, our nervous system? We are all evolutionized as reptilians, right? And
Mhm.
the very primary primitive need that we all have is what?
Love.
To feel safe.
Mhm.
We need to feel safe first. Okay. So we need to feel that we aren't being chased by a tiger. We need to feel like we have our basic needs met. And money offers that, right? Money doesn't buy us happiness, but what money offers is options,
Mhm.
right? And just to be really raw and real of why I want us to focus on this is yes, to build generational wealth, but to really have you feel super empowered. Because what is happening in the market right now is President Trump has been threatening, not even threatening, he's placed tariffs, okay? And so the whole world, yes, the world is freaking out. And how we can see this is with how our market moves, how the stock market moves. And it's become what is called very, very bearish. And not only is it very bearish, it's super volatile. And do you know what volatile means?
No.
So what did I say? So I just said money is tied to a lot of emotions, and those emotions are intense and they're very
Mhm.
dramatic. So with money, people react impulsively, and that is what's happening, right? And so what I wanted to offer us on this show was to really learn what we've talked about already is to learn our relationship with money, but to really teach you, Sabrina, and other kids and other moms too. No, you do not have to be a day trader, although I wanted to offer this quote. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to leave this episode with this quote. This is a quote from John Holt. You learn by doing something. There's no other way. You learn by doing something. There's
Mhm.
no other way. And so, what I wanted to offer was for this next episode is that Serena is going to open and I'm going to be with her. She's going to open up a custodian brokerage account. We have other accounts, but this gets to be something that you and I get to do together. And you get to, so with the stock market, you get to pick companies, right? And with these companies, you get to decide who you want to support and who you don't. And you get to see your money go up. You get to see your money go down. You get to see what your thinking is about that, your fear about it, your happiness about it, how quickly it changes, sort of like your attachment to money. And it really becomes a great metric, a great practice, a great tool by doing it. Okay. And when we learn security and safety, it really is by teaching ourselves how empowered we are. Because right now, again, how everybody's freaking out is when I say it's a bearish market, people are selling and they're buying and they're selling and they're buying. There's a way to approach this in a way where you don't have to feel disempowered. Like you don't have to freak out because, yes, we are losing money. This is very close to a stock market crash. And why I think money is really important to talk about because it impacts everybody holistically. Because there are families now that don't want to go on vacation with us, or we don't want to go on vacation with families, or there's food that we don't want to eat, or there are certain restaurants that we can't go to, or we're not going out, we're just cutting back, so it starts to cycle into all aspects of our life, right?
Mhm.
And the reason why I'm doing this is, yeah, not to get rich quick, but to show you ways of how to work with your emotions and how to feel truly empowered, right? So that is what you're going to learn if you stick around Q2 and we'll see how this evolves. So just a reminder, what we have in our economics is we have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Do you know what that's about, Sabrina? In each quarter, what you
Mhm.
do?
No.
So basically, each quarter is a reflection of how you did the quarter before,
Mhm.
right? And then so you redirect, just like we're doing now. We looked at how we were doing. We started the show in September and we looked to see what's the reflection on it and how do we get to what? Pivot,
Mhm.
pivot, another technical analysis that you're going to get to learn. So that's what we have for you on the Juggle is Real show, parenting and mental health for moms and teens. You are going to leave here with how to strengthen your money mindset. We're going to share with you relatable stories. Most of all, we're going to share with you empowering and tools for you to feel truly holistically wealthy. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Must be funny in a rich man's world.